Welcome back to WMAY's coverage of Glenwood Titan football, joined now by Glenwood Titan head football coach, Coach David Hay. Coach, congrats, bounce-back win last week against Decatur MacArthur. Big play in that game, punt return from Cam Moore. Talk about the importance that sometimes people gloss over special teams, but how important they are to the full football team.
Yeah, I think people gloss them over until they matter, and then they go, wow, it was a big play in the game. And it almost always is. When there's a big play in special teams, it a lot of times turns a game, if not momentum. And that kept us rolling in that second half. I think we had the ball to start the first half, and I don't think we scored or something like that. But that kind of popped it and broke it to, I think it was 28-0 at that point, and that kind of broke that game open. Now, I would like to finish, but yeah, definitely a big part in the game.
Something I've noticed this year, and I don't know if it's a new point of emphasis or maybe I just haven't been paying attention to it the past couple of seasons, but I've kind of noticed first guy to the ball stops the guy, and the second guy in is coming to try to rip the ball out defensively for you guys, create more turnovers. Is that something you emphasize more this season, or?
No, we've always worked at that. In practice, we call it a 3-and-off drill. Okay. We're going to try to get off the field in 3 plays or less, and be as aggressive as we can to the football and create turnovers. Because I mean, the teams, and really, it's dictated by the teams that we play on a regular basis. This is an offensive league. This league scores a lot of points on a regular basis, and we feel like if we can get a couple turnovers and get the ball in our possession of our offense more than they got it. And every coach feels this way. We really do focus on it. We've been focused on it, since I've been head coach.
One thing, you talk about the offense. In order to get things going, you need good offensive line play. Talk to us a little bit about, sometimes people just think the biggest guy wins, but it's more about technique. Talk about the technique you guys kind of coach here at Glenwood, because you have a very athletic line.
Yeah, we do. And historically, we've always had a smaller line, a smaller group of bodies, kind of a Glenwood lineman, we like to call it. And then we get really big dudes, you better look out. And so we run inside-outside zone. And we're going to do a lot of double teams up to linebacker. But they got to move, and they got to move laterally. Their double teams are not 2 big, huge dudes on some other dude. It's a speed thing. It's a movement thing. It's a lateral side movement thing as much as anything, and then get movement upfield with that guy, and then get up to linebacker. So yeah, we play an athletic offensive line, and it's based, and we've always done that. So, Dan, when he came here, he ran split back, what's called split back veer. Those linemen were smaller, they were quicker, and they were going to get up on you before you knew what to do about it. And this inside-outside zone's a little bit like that as well.
Yeah, if you get there quicker and you get the pad level underneath them, you can kind of push guys wherever you want, no matter how big size they are.
Yeah, the inside-outside zone, you're going to try to get some movement, and that back also has that ability to bounce back to the back side of it, or bounce it outside. And fortunately, we've got some backs able to do that.
This week, you go on the road again. Talk us a little bit through what a road trip looks like in the situation that we're in this season.
Well, we try to make it as routine as we can. We warm up here if we can, or we warm up as much as we can before we get to the stadium. We don't like to sit around the stadium very long. I like to just get on the field and go. But the changes this year, you got seating charts, and you got masks to hand out as they're getting on the bus, and you've got water. We got to get water. We don't have water cups at the moment. We got to get water cups. It's all these other little details to deal with the COVID procedures. But for the most part, routine-wise, timing-wise, we're exactly like we have been for the last several years.
You're going to play Springfield High. We know about Rashaad Rochelle. Has playing Brylan Phillips the week before and being able to practice against Jake Burris on a daily basis better prepare you for a dual threat like Rashaad Rochelle, or is he a whole different animal?
Well, yes and no, but definitely they want to. You better stay in your pass lanes and contain him when he's dropping back to pass, because he's a dual threat, and both of those guys are like that. So yeah, to a degree, I think our defensive linemen last year dealt with, and our linebackers really dealt with that speed of him in the backfield, and they're going to have to deal with more of that this week. And so yeah, in some ways there's a lot of similarities there. You got to stay disciplined in how you attack a quarterback with those kind of skills.
Yeah, sometimes you use the term contain pressure. It sounds like an oxymoron, but that most of the time kids want to go straight for the quarterback, but they got to realize that maybe not the brightest thing to do this time around.
I probably too often tell them, hey, look down at your number. What's your number? Your number's 76, and he's number 3. And there's a reason for that, because he's faster than you, and you don't play quarterback for a reason. And so you have to adjust and take angles and get flat when he's rolling to the side and deal with that.
Defensively from Springfield High, what do they bring to the table? They also quick on defense, flying around the football. How do you combat that maybe with your offense?
They got some quick athletic defenders, and that's what they want to do. They want to attack the football, fly to the football, line up a lot of different ways, and so the offensive lines have their head up. They're going to communicate as they're running that inside-outside zone, and real athletic and real physical.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time. Another weird week. You're going Friday, Saturday, but we appreciate you always making time for us, and best of luck this Saturday against Springfield High.
Thanks, Mike.